Who say does that?
And these. Teams have been prepping for the season tip-off game for months, Graham.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, being all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Bam Adebayo is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Gilmore in at the 5, roaming the paint. Anthony. Here's Thurman. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And, you know, Thurman is a dominant rebounder. He hits the glass with a lot of force. You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Outside Holiday. Back to Suggs. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Oh, sweet move. Here's Thurman. Jams it in off the great move.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Holiday. And the layup is good off the glass.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer. Holiday grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Well, Clark, for over a decade now, the Clippers have essentially been a staple in the postseason.
Yeah, B.A., they sure have been. They've only missed the playoffs twice since 2012. Staying competitive during that stretch, despite a great deal of roster turnover and some major injuries to deal with as well.
Pass to Peterson. Here's Snow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Peterson. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Thurman. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
To Anthony. Fires from deep. Gilmore grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 6. To the paint. Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, when Leonard is able to stay healthy and play, there's no doubt he's one of the best in the game and take over a game on both ends.
And he's good on the second. The Clippers lead by 5. Pass to Lucas. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Bam Adebayo. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game here. He hits the second from the line. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Snow. No made baskets yet. Can't get it to drop. Great D that time from Suggs. side, Holiday. Down low. Here's Thurman. It's tipped.
Respect the reach of Gilmore because it's extensive. It makes blocking shots look really easy.
And stolen by Holiday. Pass to Lucas. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's Snow. Leonard on the wing. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Anthony. And here's Holiday. Back to Anthony. 6 to shoot from 18 feet away. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The fourth spot held by Los Angeles.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
Daniels, the screen on Conley. Rose with the bucket.
You've got to take Rose seriously from there now. I mean, he's capable of doing some major damage from distance.
Pass to Conley. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Offensive board. Here's Rose. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
So they take the lead, and the Celtics lead by 2.
They're really working the paint now.
And so Ty Lue calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
4th in opponent points per game, and they place top 5 in points off turnovers. Not just causing havoc, but turning those transition opportunities into points.
Their nightly goal, make things uncomfortable for opposing offenses. That's how they racked up so many steals. Now here's Curry. Daniels, right side. Hartenstein pulls it in. And it's Conley with the ball for the LA Clippers. Trailing by 2. Smith outside. Outside Conley. To halt the run. Out left to the wing. Lets it fly from 18. Rebounded by the Celtics. Last time they met in Boston.
They really scrapped out a win last time. Foul trouble on the other side helped them immensely.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture perfect teamwork that time, guys. One game.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Boston out in front, up by 4, and we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and the reserves delivered.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
We've got Drew Holiday. He's out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Lucas in at the 4. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Celtics making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Rose against Suggs. Outside Adebayo. Leonard on the wing. Over Smith. Shot by Leonard, no good. Clippers trail by 3. Holiday from long range. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
This isn't a shot Holiday will pass up. He's a reliable three-point shooter.
Leonard outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Such a wide open look. Adebayo's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Outside Holiday. Back to Suggs. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Suggs clearly on a mission right there. He went to the line looking for payback.
Pass to Rose. And play stops. A whistle there. On what looks like an illegal screen.
Already a second foul, just something to keep in mind.
Anthony's checked in for Smith. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Thurman passes to Holiday. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Peterson, that one's good.
And you know, Snow knows his team depends on him to do this. A solid floor general.
The Clippers trail. Suggs outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Lucas. And that one comes up a bit short. For Boston, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Leonard finds some space. It's hauled in by Thurman. Thurman's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Anthony. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Snow, pass to Adebayo. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Charity stripe shot, and Suggs the bucket on the assist. assist by Holiday. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Peterson. Pass to Leonard. The three ball. Leonard beyond the line.
You know, three-pointers were the shots you, at one time in his career, wanted to give Leonard. Now you got to guard him beyond the arc.
Closing it on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's stolen. Here's Snow. And the miss. Not the best shot selection there. Clippers trail by 5. Anthony, the pass to Thurman. Now here's Holiday. To the inside. And that one's good. Thurman's got 11 points.
Holiday knows how to open things up out there. A high-quality facilitator.
Snow, the pass to Adebayo. Leonard on the wing. Puts it up. And that one is hammered home.
Great slam by the 7'2" Gilmore. Once he gets positioning inside as strong as he is, the rest is easy.
Pass to Thurman. The three from Suggs. Boston pulls it in. Gilmore's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Peterson. He's covered by Holiday. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Lewis. 5 to shoot. Here's Daniels. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Here's Hamilton. Curry with some nice D. Boston leading by 5. Pass to Snow. Back to Curry. The three. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Outside Conley. Here's Snow to the right side. Here's Lewis. Knocks down the long J. Lewis has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry. And it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Pass to Hamilton. 1:33 left in the first half of basketball. And he makes it.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Curry from behind the arc. Offensive rebound, and that one is stuffed right through.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I'd have been lying to you. Brian?
All right, thank you, Allie. Sinks it from distance.
It was once a weakness, his outside shot, but for Rose now, he's lethal from outside. He's worked really hard to become so.
Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Curry. Back to Rose. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Rose has got 11.
You know, you can't let Rose get this close because when you do, he's going to cook you.
Smith with a screen on Rose. For three, Conley. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Boston Celtics. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break.
They've done some good things. I mean, they've also let those other guys get comfortable at the offensive end.
Yeah, and time now to swing it. And that's it for halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, you look at Derrick Rose. What a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the floor for Boston, Kawhi Leonard out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Gilmore in at the 5.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
To the left wing. Anthony against Leonard. They set a pick. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Thurman's got rebound number 8 now.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
It's stolen by Leonard. And here we go. The Celtics on the run over Anthony. Again, the miss by Leonard.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Left side Holiday. Back to Suggs. Clock at 6. Adebayo grabs the board.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land. Adebayo's got 8.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Lucas. Back to Holiday. Now Anthony. Leonard defending. Anthony outside. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Out to Leonard. Adebayo sets a screen. And again, Boston with the triple.
Calm and cool. Leonard answers with a 3 of his own.
Suggs outside. Here's the pick. Pass to Thurman. Here's Lucas. Up top Suggs. 7 points in the game. And the baseline jumper, no good. Boston leading by 12. Here's Peterson. Over Holiday. No good, off the front rim.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
Anthony with a bucket.
Inside, Anthony runs into some contact, but he stays strong and focused and finds a way to work through it.
Leonard outside. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Lucas.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Adebayo. Leonard for 3. Leonard in transition.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
They set the pick. Now here's Suggs. He's closely guarded. Just 5 to shoot. from about 19, and there's another one for the Clippers.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Here's Peterson. Leonard for three. Again, the miss by Leonard.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Anthony, the pass to Holiday. Suggs with it. He has 7. Pass to Thurman. And stolen by Adebayo. Leonard looking around. Here's Gilmore. Back to Leonard. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony. Clippers trail by 11. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So Boston ends up going with a new group. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. 5th best, Boston.
They had the bodies and the energy needed to be a strong defensive team, and they made it hard for opponents to do damage.
Rose outside. Stolen by Conley. It's a one-on-one situation. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Fellow Buckeye Mike Conley, one of the outstanding point guards in the league. His defensive prowess, superb. He's not afraid to go after steals, and he usually gets his share.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Second in fewest turnovers per game, second in opponent shooting percentage, and their defensive efforts put them at number 2 in lowest opponent scoring. They were just so committed to ensuring their opponents never got hot with their shooting and were forced into taking bad shots.
They took care of the ball, stayed in control. It was very hard to turn them over. Boston leading by 7. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Rose outside to stop the drought. Here's Lewis, covered by Smith. Lewis can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Pass to Daniels. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Outside Conley. Here's Hamilton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Boston, no good that time either. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run to the middle. A nice shot by Smith.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Curry passes to Rose. Daniels is screen on Conley. Inside. And Daniels gets it to go. On the assist from Rose. Daniels has got 6.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
There's the 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And now let's listen in to Ty Lue in the huddle.
Hey, we got to get more physical down the other end, man.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Drew Holiday out there with Mike Conley. And it's Jabari Smith. And there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Lucas in at the 4-man position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Here's Smith. Ooh, the dunk by Smith.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Adebayo, a screen on Conley. Here's Rose. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And here's Hartenstein. The 3, Smith. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got 5 rebounds tonight. Celtics lead by 5. Rose, the pass to Lewis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Holiday. And he gets that one. That's 7 points for Drew Holiday.
He's like an eel slipping into the paint. Drew Holiday glides past the other guys and gets himself right to the bucket.
Now Los Angeles moving it up. Pass to Conley. And he... Here's Hartenstein. And here's Holiday. He's covered by Curry. The 3, Conley hits the 3-pointer. Conley's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Boy, they're having a good half so far offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Rose against Conley. Got a hand on it. Pass to Holiday. Over Curry. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Celtics with the lead. Now here's Rose. Back to Curry. Here's Rose. Here's Daniels. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
Holiday from long range. Rebound Boston. Daniels has got 8 rebounds in the game. Hartenstein against Rose. With the drive. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Pass to Lucas. Outside Holiday. Hauled in by Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 6-point lead. Daniels outside. From deep, Rose drills it from deep. Rose has got 5 points in the quarter.
He's been doing some real damage from range. 2 threes in the first half, now 1 in the second.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Here we go, man. Let's get loud. For your
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen to, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
There you see how tough Holiday is. He simply pressed and forced the issue there and got the defense to overcommit.
Good on the second one. Boston leading by 8. Pass to Peterson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Adebayo from long range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Thurman. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Now Adebayo. It's hauled in by Lucas.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Suggs outside. Down low. Here's Thurman. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Now Leonard. Let's loose for 3. Oh, it doesn't go.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Snow. They set the screen. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Oh, no good.
Hey, I had no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive.
3 minutes remaining in the game.
From about 19. Oh, he can't hit it.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
Now Anthony. Now Holiday. Anthony outside. Tries it from 16. Oh, it's off. Boston leading by 6. Adebayo. Deflected. They get it back. They shoot again. It's Adebayo inside.
From role player to all-star, Adebayo has made the leap. Why? Effort plays like that.
Anthony tipped. And he recovers it. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Now Adebayo. Anthony with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Suggs. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
Suggs adding another big play to his resume. Incredible.
52 seconds left in the fourth.
Hey, give the defense credit for really good effort, but Gilmore's such a big guy. He's not backing down. And because he doesn't, he draws the foul.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're behind by 8. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Suggs outside. Holiday outside. Anthony fires. Oh, the jump hook. You know it.
And I love seeing Anthony come up with big plays in these moments because his team is dependent on him to score, especially when the game is tight.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game.
Respectable at the line, but I tell you what, Peterson is a load to deal with in the middle of this lineup.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's off.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Here's Snow. So we see the Celtics get the win here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K. And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry. That a winning team needs.
So with Love on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. Stockton is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Hill. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Martin in at the 4 spot. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Down low, here's Gilmore. Banked in off the glass.
There's the unselfishness of Kawhi Leonard, keeping his teammates involved.
McGrady is screen on Snow. Here's Stockton. Gilmore grabs the miss.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Peterson. What's the screen? And here's Leonard from 3. That one misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Malone misses.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Pass to Adebayo. Over Hill. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Martin. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Peterson, that's good.
Just a classic long wing. Moki is a threat from deep.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to Detroit. Leonard with the steal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Adebayo with a screen on hit. A 3 from Wet. Pulls in another board.
That was a special rebound, helping grow his legend.
Now alone in 5th place for all-time rebound. Now here is Hill.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Bulls now. Hill left side.
And arguably the game's most versatile defender, Leonard can legitimately guard 1 through 5.
Grabs the rebound again.
If you look for someone to clean the glass, you can't do much better than this guy.
Yeah, he's setting the gold standard for rebounding, nearing the 4th most rebounds of all time. And Adebayo throws it down.
They're just so strong, and he's just so tough to stop.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Here's Snow. No scoring in this one. Back to Adebayo. Stolen by Mark. Hill deciding where to go with it. Now, here is McGrady. The kick out to Hill. 4 on the clock. Malone sets the pick for Hill. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
Leonard on the wing. A 3-ball. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So Boston ends up going with the new group. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Bulls third.
Very reliable. No question, they punish teams for sending them to the free throw line.
Fox with it. Pass to Greer. Back to Fox. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And checking out the numbers for Jones, how he performed last season. Averaged about 10 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now here's Love. Pass to Duran. Love with the screen on Daniel. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Fox. The Bulls need to get a shot on. And it's Love missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now Lewis shoots over Fox. And it's Boston with another.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Now, here's Fox. Still without a basket. And another miss by Chicago. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Fox, following the score by Derrick Rose. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far. And the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Celtics leading by 7. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I wanted to know what his defensive scheme was against De'Aaron Fox, and he told me we need to limit transition opportunities because that's when he's really dangerous. Speed is one of his biggest strengths, so we need to slow the game down to our pace. Let's see if they're able to accomplish it. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Bulls trail by 9. Up top, Fox. He's covered by Rose. Pass to Duran. Love with the screen for Duran. Outside, Fox. To stop the drought. And Curry pulls it down. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Celtics. And it's blocked.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duran sure knows how to use those long arms of his.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jones with it. Jefferson picks him up. Fox again throws. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They have made it very tough to get a And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
So with Love on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. Tracy McGrady is out there with Stockton. Then there's Martin. Then it's Jefferson, and it's Malone, and it's the pivots manning the middle. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
He's got all the shots. McGrady makes the mid-range look easy.
Pass to Peterson. Back to Leonard. It's hauled in by Malone. Malone's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And Hill has it in the corner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
Both free throws good from Hill. And staying on defense, the Celtics content to play the percentages.
Yeah, look, the Celtics want to deny threes, free throws, and layups. If you beat them shooting 2-point jump shots, they'll live with it. But can they force more turnovers?
Back to Stockton. To the inside. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, they'll take on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
Adebayo against Martin. Adebayo passes to Gilmore. And it's Chicago with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. Stockton kicks to McGrady. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Snow and stolen by Stockton. Inside, it's stolen by Adebayo. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Leonard gets it to go.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Outside, Martin. Back to Stockton. Here's the three. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Gilmore. He's covered by Malone. Gilmore, no good. Bulls trailed by 10. Pass to Stockton. Outside Hill. Here's McGrady. Shot clock at 5. And no good. Trying to use the glass. To the middle. Here's Peterson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Back to McGrady. Over Peterson. It'll go. The Boston Leafs get back down to 10 points after they get the bucket from McGrady.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Pass to Leonard. Right side, Adebayo. Here's McGrady. Buries the 20-footer. McGrady's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls.
And is there any that doesn't?
Now, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Jalen Duren is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Six to shoot. This one for three. And Boston with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lewis dishes to Rose. Pass to Daniel. Now here's Lewis. The kick out to Rose. Oh, good on the triple.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
Here's Greer. Now here's Love, defended by Jones. Love, no good. Celtics leading by 8. Lewis on the way. Yes, that goes in. Lewis has got 6.
And look at the effort level Lewis is delivering, outplaying his opponent.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Alan.
And this is why Lewis takes so many of those threes, because of his ability to knock them down.
Fox feeling it out a bit. The three. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything together.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Pass to Love. Rose against Fox. Nice D from Rose.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Got a hand on it.
This is the type of defender Duren is capable of being. Terrific activity and positioning, coming up with the rejection.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land. Rose has got his second bucket of the night. Bulls trail by 16. Here's Fox and hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track.
When Fox is using his agility like this, it can just be too much for the defense to handle.
And here's Rose. Daniels, a screen on Fox. Outside Lewis. You can't get that one. And so it's Boston with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all.
You look at the Celtics. I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they've still got to prove it.
Yeah, high hopes for them and for their fans as well. And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Chicago Bulls. Thanks for joining us.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Look at Rashard Lewis. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Adebayo is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Snow, and it's Gilmore in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
He's to Malone. And here's Stockton. Good, and it's Malone picking up the assist.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Leonard against Hill. Here's Peterson. Shot clock at 6. Leonard, that's for 2. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Stockton looking around. Pass to Hill. Going inside. Here's Snow. He's guarded by Hill. His first shot coming late. Leonard against Hill. Outside Leonard. From deep three-point land. They grabbed their own miss. Gilmore. And good that time. Gilmore's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the paint. Martin inside. Adebayo on him. And Malone with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. There's a good screen. Here's Snow. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. The Celtics second.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Jefferson's checked in for Grant Hill. Bulls trailed by 13. McGrady outside. Pass to Jefferson. Down low. Here's Malone over Gilmore. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Malone's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Leonard, the pass to Adebayo. This ball movement by Boston. To the middle. It's rebounded by Malone. Malone's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jefferson kicks to Martin. McGrady outside. Cutting the screen to the inside. And finished off by Martin.
How about the explosive leaping ability by Martin? A big-time dunker who enjoys getting this close to the basket.
Adebayo with a screen for Leonard. Boston, no good that time either.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Pass to Stockton. Right side, Martin. Stockton against Snow. Here's Malone. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Celtics leading by 9. They could use a bucket. Gilmore. It's good on the putback.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Both teams will make substitutions. Again throws. Love with the screen on Rose. Pass to Love. foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Sean Lewis picks one up.
The veteran presence and leadership Love brings to the floor is unmatched.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for the Celtics.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And it's Rose penetrating. Outside Lewis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Chicago. A 12-point game. Love with the screen on Rose. Inside. And Love throws it down.
And the big man, Love, setting that screen so that he can slip it and get in scoring position.
It's to Curry. Back to Rose. Just 5 on the clock. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Fox. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Love finds Jefferson. Now Duren. Right wing. Fox from outside. Second chance shot. And Duren lays it in. Duren's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls. Outside Rose. Outside Jones. On the wing Daniels. Rose against Fox. A 15-footer. Rose gets the bucket. Rose has got 7 points.
And Rose ready at the drop of a hat to make a big shot, big play with time running down.
Here's Greer, guarded by Curry. Outside Jefferson. And finished off by Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson, just great lift on these dunks. Whenever he's near the basket, he is ready to turn one over.
Rose looking around to the middle. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Pass to Love. No good that time. Here's Curry with the 3. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What point? And so it's Boston, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Jefferson on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Tracy McGrady, Moses Malone out there with Martin, then it's Stockton. And it's Hill in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Snow. Over Stockton. Snow can't hit.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Martin kicks to Stockton. Down low. Malone. It's slammed in by Malone.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Peterson. Adebayo with the screen on McGrady. And that's a foul called on John Stockton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Gilmore passes to Snow. Pocket 6. Hill against Leonard. Over Hill.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
McGrady outside. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Well, McGrady is just going off right now. He's enjoying himself and going after buckets with reckless abandon.
Snow, a screen on Hill. A three from Leonard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Pass to McGrady. They get the rebound. Hill against Leonard. With the floater. Here's Martin. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Celtics leading by 9. Snow, the pass to Gilmore. And he makes that one.
I guess he got a really good pep talk in the locker room because it's been a total reversal this half.
McGrady outside. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Bulls trailed by 9. Stockton finds Martin. That's some nice ball movement here by Chicago. A shot by McGrady, no good.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Back to Leonard. Fires the 3. Flames it. Come on! Kaboom!
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Back to Stockton. Pass to McGrady. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Snow. Now here's Leonard. To the inside. Malone with the steal. Fast break. Here they come. Ahead. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from John Stockton.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked to the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. Derrick Rose is checked in for Snow.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 8, Derrick Rose.
Knocked loose and stolen by Leonard. The finish, Leonard running the floor.
And you gotta love how hard Leonard works to support the team. He's right where they need him to finish there on that break.
Here's McGrady, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Adebayo outside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Malone. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Got a piece of it. Now Rose. And the turnover again by Boston. Bulls making a switch here. Duran's checked in.
Number 0, Jalen Duran.
Bulls trailed by 10. 18 feet away. Count it!
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
We got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Here's Peterson. Good! Lays it right in there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And that one drops.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Oh, good. On the layup.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Martin with the screen for Stockton. Fires the three. Cleared away by Adebayo.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Rose against Stockton, and he jams it in.
Tough to contain Derrick Rose. He's got it all. Size, quickness, and an airtight hand.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
There's the pick. Off target from outside. Chicago has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Rose. Now Adebayo. No good there. With the teardrop. Oh, what a play inside.
Well, Duran has those long arms. Terrific rebounder at both ends.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
At the line for two, Derrick Rose.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there. I think it really does elevate his teammates.
The three doesn't go. Now here's Leonard. So we see Boston get the win here. Some good competition with the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to
We are just tipping off the season. When you look around the league doors, what do you track?
Probably two things, BA. The rookies. I always am so curious to see how they respond in their debut. And then the new signings for different teams. What does the fit look like?
And now the Los Angeles starters. Drew Holiday out there with Mike Conley. Then there's Anthony, and it's Lucas in at the 4. Here's Snow. Leonard outside. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard has found so many ways to score. He can slip around you with his length. He can go through you with his strength. This guy's so tough to guard.
Now here's Conley. Anthony with it. Pass to Thurman. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the rejection. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, the nickname is the Claw. Kawhi using those claws to get past that defender.
Conley passes to Anthony. Pass to Thurman. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Here's Peterson. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded by Anthony. Anthony against Leonard. Over Anthony. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Leonard's got 6 points.
Now, the mid-range, absolutely a part of Kawhi Leonard's offensive arsenal. Defense can't expect him to pass those up.
Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Peterson. Pass to Snow. And here's Adebayo. Here's Peterson. Launches it. And he buries his first look.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
Now Los Angeles with it. They trail by 7. And Doris, the Clippers coach, Ty Lue, considered to be one of the master tacticians on the NBA sideline.
And BA, a lot goes into that. It's not just the adjustments in game or the play calling in late game situations. It's also the fact that this guy understands how to communicate with players, how to hold them to a high degree of accountability, and walk that line between demanding and being supportive. He is one of the game's sharpest minds.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. Fifth best, the Celtics.
Well, talk about rim protection. Last season, they were patrolling the paint, rejecting shots at will.
Pass to Anthony. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Conley passes to Thurman to stop the run. Oh, sent away with authority. Pass to Snow. Back to Leonard from deep. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but boy, he's a big-time player.
There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Pass to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Holiday. Gilmore grabs the miss.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Over to the left wing. Snow, the pass to Gilmore. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Clippers. It's a 14-point game. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And it's not the result they were hoping for, but every game is a chance to learn and make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
And here are the Clippers now. Holiday surveying the floor. Three-pointer, Anthony. The shot no good. Boston leading by 14. Here's Snow. No points so far. Adebayo, a screen on Anthony. 5 on the clock. Leonard passes to Gilmore. No luck on that one. The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Anthony against Leonard.
Celtics foul. Marge Peterson. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's Suggs. Smith with a screen on Curry. Shot clock at 5.
Now, this is a guy putting his physical gifts to work. Jalen Suggs, no doubt on the dunk.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 7 and looking good. Pass to Curry. Here's Lewis. Adebayo sets a screen. He takes it in. That one drops for him.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Clippers trail by 14. Now here's Hartenstein. And there's the lob. Deflects the pass. Here's Snow. He's covered by Suggs. Hartenstein against Daniels. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 6. Here's Snow. Again, Boston.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Outside Conley. Fires for 3. Boston with a rebound. Curry looking it over. Pass to Snow. Daniels left side. 18 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers trail by 16. From from 13, and that one's good from Conley.
Mike Conley continues to perform at a high level. Over a decade as a pro, still doing work.
To the inside. And finished off by Adebayo.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Suggs. Hartenstein with a screen on Curry. Here's Suggs to the wing, right side. Curry with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Oh my, 2 points the easy way for Smith.
Snow, the pass to Lewis. Takes a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Lewis has got his second bucket on the night.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Suggs outside. The three, Smith. No good on the buzzer beater. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for Boston.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So here are the five for the Clippers to start the second. We've got Jalen Suggs. He's out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Hamilton in at the three. Got a piece of it.
Sometimes you need excellent anticipation defensively to get your hand on a shot. Jalen Suggs, nicely done. So that's his second foul. Not a big deal yet, but you certainly don't want to pick up that third.
Right wing. The three from Suggs.
They had some success in the first quarter, but since then, they've gone cold.
Rose against Suggs. That three's off the mark. Clippers trail by 19. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Thurman. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Lucas. Here's Hamilton, defended by Jones. Hamilton with the bucket.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Over to the wing. Here's Gilmore. Rose outside. Boston, no good that time either. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Suggs. There's a 3-second violation. And a moment to check out who the Boston Celtics have coming up. On Friday, they'll host the Miami Heat. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that game against the Pacers, that will be their 4th outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
Anthony's checked in for Suggs.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
Here's Hamilton, guarded by Rose. Pass to Lucas. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Hamilton. No good from outside. Boston leading by 17. Leonard looking around. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Here's Peterson. Gilmore passes to Jones. And there's a pick. Takes the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
To the paint. Here's Durbin. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. These are his first free throws of the game. And he drops the first. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Ryan?
All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And stolen by Holiday. Jones against Anthony. Outside Holiday. From outside, off the mark.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Here's Peterson. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Now here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. Back to Anthony. And stolen by Jones. Pass to Leonard. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. This will be his 4th shot at the line here in this one. The free throw drops for Leonard.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion. Boy, what a career he has had.
Now here's Anthony. Hardenstein passes to Anthony. The fadeaway. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Pass to Snow. And here's Daniels. 5 to shoot. Daniels is screen on Smith. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Conley. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Mike has specialized over the years in being able to get defenders committed. Nicely done.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Leonard. And Conley drops them both.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Pass to Lewis. Here's the 3. Smith with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Conley. Now here's Anthony.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Good D by Daniels.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Daniels will screen on Hartenstein. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
On the wing, Anthony. Sinks that one from the post. Anthony's got 5.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and mellow, one of the best to ever do it.
Here's Lewis. 3-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 21. Pass to Conley. Anthony outside. The three. And at 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Daniels is screen on Conley. Daniels outside. Here's Lewis. He's guarded by Anthony. And the foul on Jabari Smith. That's his first foul of the game. Suggs is checked in for Anthony. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Adebayo is screen on Conley. 6 to shoot. Oh, there's the alley. Daniels misses. Clippers trailed by 18. Pass to Suggs. There's the drive. It's stolen by Daniels. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Celtics out in front. They lead by 18. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you.
Taking a peek now at the up. And that'll do it for us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And Adebayo is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Snow in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. First trip to the line for him here. He's perfect from the line this time. And so Holiday will bring it up for the LA Clippers. Their next game is at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City for a date with the Thunder. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's Thurman. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Adebayo, good look. The Clippers grab the miss.
Oh, you can see he's kicking himself for missing that open mid-range. That's right in his wheelhouse.
Anthony, the pass to Thurman. It's deflected. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Adebayo. It's tipped. Anthony feeling it out a bit. And there's the screen. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Conley passes to Thurman. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. He makes 1 or 2 that time. Boston leading by 17. Pass to Snow. Leonard outside. Here's Gilmore. Clock at 6. Adebayo is screen on Conley. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
Gilmore grabs the miss. Gilmore's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Pass to Anthony from downtown. Ooh, solid D from Leonard.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
Here's Snow. He's guarded by Conley. Leonard against Anthony. They still need this. And he lays it in. Gilmore's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Here's Lucas. He's scoreless. From the high post. And the Clippers miss again.
Boy, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
Pass to Leonard. Holiday grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 19. Anthony, right side. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Leonard passes to Adebayo. It's hauled in by Thurman.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Pass to Anthony. There's a screen. Here's Lucas. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. For the Clippers. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. In the third spot, Los Angeles.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risks and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
So it's Boston now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Rose. The Clippers grab the miss. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in the game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. Guys, back to you.
It's getting interactive. All right, Allie, thank you. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Celtics.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Curry passes to Jones. Rose outside. Just 5 to shoot. Over Suggs. Rose can't connect.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Hamilton. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Off target from 3-point range. Celtics lead by 19. Rose outside. minute 42 left in the third. Banked it in off the glass. Rose has got his first points of the night.
Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
Suggs outside. Pass to Hamilton. Now Hartenstein. And stolen by Jones. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Rose. 1:02 left in the third. Jones' shot is good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Hamilton, and there's the foul. He'll go on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Lewis is checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics, number 7, Rashard.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. 6 on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
Celtics lead by 21. Rose, the pass to Curry. Back to Rose. Throws it up high.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Now Rose over Suggs. And so it's Boston out in front by 19 going into the break. Well, when you win the battle of Tuneup. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for the Clippers, we've got Drew Holiday. Also Mike Conley out there. And it's Thurman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Rose outside. Pass to Adebayo. Out to Rose. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown.
Ooh, find the heading one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Here's Lucas. Back to Conley. Tries to save it. And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his